Hello everyone, I am Lori Kutsch and I want to welcome you to another Makers with Heart video collaboration. This month the Makers with Heart have decided to use a pattern from our Make It From Your Heart Volume 5, and I wanted to show it to you because the biggest fear, I guess fear is the right word, I hear from people is they don't know where to start, or they don't think they're creative. And these Makers with Heart volumes have tons of layout ideas in them to show you how to do it, and it tells you, wrong side, exactly how to cut your paper and what sizes to cut them, and then there's the visual on this side of how it lays out. And of course you can edit that and change it up any way you want, and you can use any paper you want. So I wanted to point those out just right off the bat because I don't think a lot of people know that this is a product that Close to My Heart has and that you can get. So this month we are all using the Makers with Heart, Make It From Your Heart, Volume 10 or Volume 5, pattern number 10. So you'll see all of us creating using this pattern and how it will vary from person to person. So be sure and check out all of the 7 Makers with Heart videos. They started releasing last week, actually on the 10th. There is 7 of us, and so you're coming in at the end if you're just now watching my video for the first time in this series. So there'll be links to all the other videos down below in the description of this video. So check those all out. You're going to learn so much. These women are very creative and knowledgeable. And let's get started. Okay, so I'm using an older paper pack that we had called Happiest Place because I'm working on Disney. We took my nephew to Disneyland a few years back. I know I'm behind, aren't we all? And this is the perfect layout or paper for the layout I'm doing. So what I did, I've pre-cut everything, but the first thing I did is I just went and picked my papers, like what was going to be my background paper, what was going to be A, and so on. And then I cut them, I don't know if you can see this, where it says A, you cut it at 5 by 11.5 and 4 1/4 by 11.5. So I picked my pieces for A and I cut them, and then I went to B and I cut those, and C all the way down until I had all of my pieces. So now we're going to just assemble them, and I'm going to prop this book up over here, well, somewhere so I can see it. And flip these over and hopefully not drop them. So I chose this star piece as my background paper. And then A, I chose this striped piece. I am probably going to annoy some of you because I don't measure. You know, this tells you, oh, an inch in or whatever. But I don't typically do that. But let me grab my mat and we can do that so that we do it right. So this tells me that I want a 1 inch in and 1/4 of an inch up. So I'm just going to throw some adhesive on the back. And I'm going to come 1 inch in and 1/4 of an inch up. And I just eyeball it. The T-square is perfect for this, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to do it. And then we have B, which is just the back side of this piece of paper. So I'm going to put some adhesive on that. And I did some tweaking on this layout, so you're gonna see what I did to make it more me. So B does not tell me how high up to go. Well, it looks like I don't know. So we're just going to put it about 8. And it goes all the way across. And then the next layer is C, and I had to add some candy apple cardstock to this. So I'm going to put that on here. And now remember, your cardstock from Close to My Heart is double-sided. There's a dark side and a light side, and I want to use the dark side. So this one says 2.5 inches up and 3.5 inches in. So 3.5 inches in and 2.5 inches up. So I'm going to come down a little bit. And this is your layout. You can make this any way that you want. You don't have to follow their measurements exactly. I typically don't. I typically just eyeball it and they turn out fine. And this moved, so you know it's not going to be exact. So then the next one we have is D. And I chose stripes for my D. Yeah. So D goes 3.25 inches up and 3 inches in. So I've got 3 inches in and 3.25 inches up. Up a little more. I'm going to move it down. I want a bigger border here. Then we have E. And this was another piece of cardstock I had to add. I added some lemonade cardstock. Again, dark and light. I'm going to use the dark, especially with Disney. I like the bold, bright colors. So what I say, E? E says 3 3/8 inches in and 3 inches up. And this is where I end up getting weird because I don't always measure. So I'm just going to eyeball it and see where it goes. I think it goes this way. I'm going to go this way with it. And I'm looking at the diagram, and it goes above D, but in, so you still see the red and you see the border over here. Okay. And then we have G, which I know I cut G. So hold on, I got to find where I put it. Oh, G are these little other pieces. Okay, here is where I called an audible. I did my own thing. So in the layout, let me pull it over here. In the layout, you'll see they have 3 photos. I did not have 3 photos in that orientation that I wanted to use on this layout. And I lost one of my, oop, found it. So I didn't have 3 portrait laid out photos that I was going to use. So I used 1 portrait and 1 landscape. So I'm going to just put this down. And you'll see once you cut them, they go together real quickly. So these layout books are really, really fun. So because this is going to line up with the, well, no, it's not. So I'm going to eyeball it. I'm going to put it, it says 1 inch in. Oh, see, this was supposed to be a 1/2 inch. See, just run with it. make it work. So I'm going to put that right about here. Oh, well, that's not what you want to have happen. Okay, then we have these two little strips that are going to go. See, I put that too high because you're not going to see. Okay, so I'm going to just put these down, and they go just on here to make it look like there's a full piece behind there, but there's really not. Okay, so my photos, like I said, I didn't have the 3 portrait photos. So I'm going to just use 2 landscape. Well, this one was portrait, this one was landscape. So I'm just going to put those on there and just use 2 photos on this layout instead of 3. And I am fine with that. This was my nephew's first trip to Disneyland, and I think he had a good time. You can probably hear my husband. He just got home. He's talking to our dogs. Okay, so that, besides some embellishments that well, let's do them now. So his paper pack came with a sticker sheet and I'm going to put the word happy on the top because we really did have a great time. And it's fun and bright, and I think that'll just add right to it. And then I'm gonna add some balloons. Well, do I want balloons? No. Do I? I'm gonna put the fun right here. And then balloons don't really go with this. So I'm going to put, I need something down here. So I'm going to put my happy place. And I'm going to put good times, and I'm gonna put 100% fun. So that's it. That's the first layout. That went together really quickly. So that's the first side. The second side, we're gonna flip it over and hope we don't lose anything. So I used the same paper. I gotta get my book because I buried it under everything. So I did the same process here. Just a second, I just opened something I didn't want to open. You don't need to hear that yet. Okay, so this one I'm just going to do the same process and follow it down. So the very back letter is I. So we've got the strip over here. It's a little bit narrower than the strip on the first page. But it is I went 1 inch in on the other one, so I'm gonna go 1 inch in on this one, but it's still a quarter up. So 1 inch in and a quarter up. And then of course we have our strip going across. And here is where I cheat with my measuring, because I'm going to lay this layout underneath it because they're going to be side by side. I want these strips lined up. So I'm just going to line it up this way, make sure my papers are straight. And then I know I'm going to be, when they're side by side, they're going to be lined up. So after the strip, then we have our candy apple again. And this one says that it's going to be 3.5 inches in and 3 1/8 down. I'm not good with eighths, quarters, halves, 3/4. I'm there. So 1, 2, 3.5 inches in, and then like 3 inches down would be 9. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna go right in here. And again, this does not have to be perfect. Then we're gonna go with the next color is L, which I believe hold on, I'm looking. Yep. Was this one again? And it is well, I don't know. But I'm looking at the picture and it hangs over a little bit this way. So we're going to go like so. Then we have our lemonade. My mouse is not going to work as a taper. And it goes like so. Then we have a different, instead of using, we used the confetti pieces on the last page. We're using the little, I don't know what those are, like sunbursty things on this page. And they are going to go this way. So we see all the patterns we have going on here. This is really busy and it's really fun and I really like it a lot. And then the next one, back to our black, which is what we mount our photos on. And it's going to go like right here. Do I want it that far? Yeah. Oop, see? Don't move things around too soon. Then we have our photo, which is just another photo of us in Tomorrowland. And then the last embellishment that they had, and I'm sure I know I've lost a piece because I don't see it. Well, we will make it work. I will cut another one real quick. I'm sure I'll find it as soon as we're done. We're gonna do some dovetails. Oh, no, I did these. Okay, these are them. I was just looking at the wrong sides. So we're gonna dovetail these. And the quick and easy way to do that is just cut down the center and then quarter and quarter, and then cut down the center. Trying to do this quickly because I know your time is valuable and I don't want to take too much of it. Okay, so then we're going to just put these dovetailed pieces on our layout. Right under, I'm going to do this. This one first. And then we just need to embellish this page. So this one, I think I'm going to use the Magical Memories. So I'm going to put the memories down first. I don't want to rip it because I don't have another one of these. And I'm going to just run the word memories right across my red piece here so it'll stay straight. I'm actually really excited about this challenge because I have been struggling with pages because if I'm being honest, we went to Disneyland like 5 times within a few months of each other. And I do separate books for each trip and I'm running out of ideas. And so this is so fun. Memories. My husband's coming down the hall. So these books, these make it from your heart books are full of ideas. There's even one that's got a bunch of cards in it, and I'm a card maker. If you followed me for any amount of time, you know that. So there's all kinds of great ideas. I put a link to it below and all the products I'm using, but I can't just paper pack because it's discontinued, but this will work with any paper pack. I just got to pop out the centers of these real quick. And I got all these little stickums on my fingers now. I still got to get the eye, the dot for that eye on there, so I'm trying to make sure I have room for it. Ooh, and that L, see, I didn't pay attention. So I'm going to come this way with it. That'll work. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to put some more of the silvery, shiny, sparkly things. I've got a star and a heart. I've got another star. We even have a cute arrow that I'm going to put on here. And then some more stars on the side here. So, okay, that is my Volume 5 Layout 10. Make It From the Heart layout. You saw how quick that went together. There's the 2 pages side by side. I'm not sure if you're able to see those. I think you are. The longest part really was cutting, and that was, I don't know, 20 minutes. And that was because I was trying to be really meticulous. But that's it. I hope you like it. Be sure and check out all the other Makers with Heart videos and their take on this layout. Again, like I did, you can change it. This was supposed to be 3 photos. I only used 2. I hope you like it. If you would click the subscribe button, I would be forever grateful for that. Then you'll get notified each time I post a new video. And be sure and come back and check us out on the 25th when we launch our mystery envelope challenge. I sent the mystery envelopes this month, so there's some twists in there. I hope they don't hate me too much. No, they like them. They're fun. So, okay, have a great evening, everybody, and thanks for watching.